I promise you guys are gonna love this video. In this video, I make two main points. Well, one main point. And now, I don't know if I told y'all about this, but I make my intros after I react to the videos, and I hope there's more videos like this coming out in the series. But before all that, I want you to just imagine what would happen if you was the last person on Earth. Let me know in the comments. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. All right, EAS Last Human. Let's get it.
If you have received this message, then congratulations. You have woken up from a slumber that has lasted several decades and are now likely the very last human on planet Earth. This alert is intended to be viewed on the date of October 16, 2060. If you have woken before this date or have viewed this accidentally, simply close this message immediately. The voice you are hearing right now is that of somebody who has been gone decades ago, just like the rest of humanity. At this time you may feel quite lonely, but just know that while you are asleep, our teams of dedicated members have worked hard to ensure that your pod was well maintained and safe for you to stay in. Keep in mind, before stepping out into the unknown, the world outside is a far different place compared to the last time you saw it, as your main goal now is to survive for as long as possible. Your life is valuable to us, as you are officially the last of our now extinct species, and you must do everything in your power to protect and preserve it at all costs. In the room next to you, there are various supplies and non-perishable food that have been left for you. However, there is only a limited supply, and eventually, you will have to hunt for your own, so it's best to save it for when you truly are starving. Before going outside, be sure to grab your gas mask and securely place it over your face, before familiarizing yourself with your surroundings as well as the rooms outside of your pod. Be careful if you step into a large city, as you may encounter crumbling, abandoned skyscrapers and buildings that have been left unmaintained since the extinction of all humans except for you. The world is truly yours. However, please note that the planet only has a limited amount of resources needed for your survival, and these resources mean your life, so use them wisely. You may not realize how important you truly are. Our team decided to choose and preserve you so you could potentially be the very last surviving person in the likely event of humanity's extinction. You represent all of us and everyone who is now deceased because of a catastrophic event. The human race is likely extinct due to a war that broke out while recording this alert, which first started with a disagreement with various other nations, which eventually evolved into conflict and eventually something far more sinister, a complete nuclear war. Several countries began firing missiles at each other while their leaders remained hidden in underground bunkers, leaving their civilians, whom they were supposed to serve, in the dark. This war was motivated by the pure greed of rich old men who wanted the entire world to themselves, even if it meant killing their own people. The war officially was declared in 2035. While the world tried to avoid any conflict for years, everyone had no choice and was pushed into this war by politicians and those above them. Greed truly is the disease that would have likely eaten the world from the inside way before it was time for you to wake up. Not that it mattered to politicians and world leaders, as long as it filled their pockets with money regardless of how much. You are truly on your own now in a final glimmer of hope, but the world is now yours. Make us proud, but most importantly, be safe. That concludes this message.
Okay, so that was the whole video. Off rip, I gotta say something about this. If I'm the last human on Earth, there's no point in me playing any types of games. Like, I can't do nothing with this. The amount of boredom I would just feel, and it won't hit the same when you playing a game, because there's no online people. Humanity is wiped completely. So this is the next video in the series, and this is one's called The Next Day. And I'm scanning around the video right now, and we're in October 17th, 2060. That's a long time to me. Because right now, if you're seeing this, this is 2026. Why did I just say, or if you're seeing this? But anyway, warning, the following pre-recorded message is not to be viewed by unauthorized personnel and is only meant to be viewed October 17th, 2060. Proceed with caution. Why? Why only this day?
The following pre-recorded message is not to be viewed by unauthorized personnel and is only meant to be viewed October 17th, 2060. Proceed with caution.
I don't know. I don't know. It may just be me, or this one's giving simulation. Like, it's giving simulation. Because the way they said only meant to be viewed October 17th, 2016. 2060. It's, I don't know. After that, what he just said, when he said to be viewed, it kind of gave me like simulation. Like, you're in a simulation. So we might not be in our real body if you really would think about it.
Is this thing on? It must be. Sorry about that. By the time you are listening to this message, it will likely have been a day since you woke up, exited your pod, and ventured into a world that is far different from what it was when recording this message. This message is intended to give you some insight into how it all went downhill from here, as your memory of anything prior to being asleep is almost non-existent. You may not remember a time when it felt like the world was thriving, almost like a utopia, as younger generations had learned from the mistakes of older generations. We advanced technology to the point where most of life's problems were resolved, and we were so close to living in harmony. But that all changed when war was declared by a faraway enemy. At first, as a nation, America did its best to avoid provoking any further escalation, but tensions only grew. We were met with a nuclear threat that resulted in many attacks being launched toward us, destroying everything that we know and love. The sheer level of strikes sent our way caused a nuclear winter, blocking out the sun, with mass starvation underway due to the lack of resources and food needed to survive. After the attack, nobody had a reason to smile, let alone be happy. The world around us is a shell of its former self. The atmosphere is cold, gray, and dull, with many suffering from mental anguish, knowing that nothing would truly be the same again. You have inherited a country and planet that have become a nightmare to even live in, but you need to keep going, as you are the only one left of our kind, the human race. It might seem like everything is hell.
What is the point? There's no point of me living anymore. Nobody's on Earth. Only animals are just living. Let me tell you what you're really going to see. Let me tell you what actually this person saw when he woke up. First off, Mother Nature retook everything, which means this everywhere, grass. Maybe grass, it just leaves just everywhere, vines everywhere. Mother Nature reclaimed society. Buildings would begin to fall down. Cars would be just trash. Everything trash. Everything would just be abandoned. You don't get it, man.
But you live in your own world, completely for you, for yourself to shape. Regardless, you are still representing us and must do anything to survive. I'm not sure that when you are listening to this message, or whenever you've woken up, there will be any remaining species still roaming the earth, but you must remain cautious, as they could be hostile, either due to their natural instincts, or due to the physical and mental damage caused by the nuclear winter and attacks. You only have one goal right now, and that is to survive for as long as possible. While I admit that this is likely a fate worse than death.
That's the second part when let me rewind that back. You have one goal right now, is to survive for as long as possible. Tell me that does not give you simulation vibes.
While I admit that this is likely a fate worse than death, you must not underestimate your importance for even 1 second, as you are the last person on this planet. It's important that you are prepared for anything from here on out, as it's uncertain what the world will be like day after day, but make sure to take it as each hour passes. You may even feel empty and lonely, but you may listen to any of these messages for reassurance, or for any feeling of familiarity, while you adjust to this post-war destruction. While we are not alive now when you are listening to this, just know that we are proud of you and thankful for your volunteering for this challenging task.
Volunteering. Case closed.
Goodbye and good luck.
Case closed. I proved my points. Not only we got this on the direct date of October 17th, 2060, we also got another one. A goal is to survive for as long as you can. And then we've been volunteering for this. I don't know what else to say. That low key just proved my point right there. I don't know what to say if y'all not getting this, bro. It has to be something to do with simulation, bro. There's no way